from here we have already discussed it. So we'll be seeing about what kind of IT security challenges will be there in front of you. See, first of all, IT security challenges can be related to the data protection. Afterwards, data near transmission, the data is not lost, and all the stuff, right? Let's just see about in detail from IT security challenges. So basically, you know, first of all, vulnerability exploitation. Okay, malware. Malware means all these hacking software and all the stuff, right? Denial of services, device hacking, and other common attacks methods. So see, the thing is over here, I just if I have to just give you, a brief about it. So that will be majorly, the the system hacking. Okay. Afterwards, the services will be denied. Let's suppose, the data is not coming in, going out, right? Device hacking. All the other stuffs, are something, that are something which can pose a challenge to all of us, right? Okay. So see, the thing is, the expanded data service surface of the smart factory makes it even more difficult for the manufacturer to detect and defend against the cyber attacks. Right? See, the thing is, we have smart factories whose smart factory is very complex, right? So, it becomes very difficult for the manufacturers, to detect and to defend against the cyber attacks, because you may never know, right, that what type of attack can come through you, right? And meanwhile you're detecting it, you're coming, you're finding it out. All the data will be already leaked, or, will be already. So, we have seen this happening, this kind of data leaks and all the stuff, right? So afterwards, with the advent of IoT, these threats have taken on an entire new level, and they have been serious consequences, particularly in the realm of the IoT. So see, the thing is, all these things are machine, right? And these machines will not be, will not be able to detect, right, when if someone is trying to hack it, or, let's suppose if someone is trying to attack it, because there is a lot, there's a malware, been installed, right? So your case system may not be able to detect it, right? That can, if in case we have a, so see, the thing is over here, uh you know if I had to just explain you in a simple way. See, the thing is, how we are transferring the data, we are transferring the data through IoT, right? And if, let's suppose, there is a malware, or let's suppose, there is the denial of service is happening, or let's suppose the device is hacked, right? So in that case, the data transfer that can happen, right, that is to be happened. Either the data will be manipulated, either the data, will not reach to the server. Okay, so all these things, will or let's suppose, the confidential data can be leaked also, right? As it happened with, with many organizations such as Facebook and other stuff, right? So many of the data, were leaked, and also with the Amazon and other stuffs happened, right? We have seen in the news as well, it's coming out, right? So, these all things are, posting a great challenge on security of IT, right? Because there's no system, in which you can detect, let's suppose, see, once upon a time you can detect that, some virus has been coming to your system, but, the hackers have become so smart that, they have multiple ways of, of hacking it, right? So we can be vulnerable to, to all these kind of attacks. Okay. See, the thing is, generally, the main thing that happens is, see, there is something known as phishing, which is a very similar way of, of hacking it, right? Phishing. So let's suppose, we can just, uh So phishing is something, that is, let's suppose, if you're clicking on a mail, right,
Hmm.
that will just that nothing will happen on that. But see, the thing is, your system will be, will be hacked. Because see, the thing is, the hacker will get the access to your system directly, right, by that clicking on that mail, right? So so sometimes what happens is, such kind of signals are being sent, right, to to the devices, right? And the thing is, so what we can do, we can install a very good amount of antivirus software that that can help to detect all these kind of signals. Okay, but see, the thing is, generally this antiviruses and all those things, right, they are not generally looked after into such a way that it should be, right? So probably we can deal it up by by this way, that we can install a proper anti healing software, right? Plus we can just not allow the permissions to to the other users, right? Sometimes what happens, that you may receive something from the other email, right? So what he can do, you can just mark it directly spam, right? And you can just maintain it up. So see, the thing is, all these things are being operated in the system, right? So let's suppose, if your main computer is there, if your main computer is being looked after, right, then then the chances of of it under the security threat will not be that much high. So all these things can be done, in maintaining the proper antivirus software. Second thing, making the communication streamlined. Because see, the thing is, all these things are just like a signal, right? So I also that how hacking happens. Phishing is the technique. Number two, Trojan is the technique. Someone will give you, certain a pen drive or something like that. That will have, a kind of software into it, and this kind attacking software will be there, right? So all these things, can be smartly played on, can be smartly taken care of, right? In order to, survive this kind of security hack. So these all are certain security hacks, that security challenges that that we may face. Number one, every connected device represents a potential risk, right? Why? See, because the thing is, sometimes see, just sometimes through the signal, because see, it's just like a signal, right? We are just sending one signal, and if in case it catches it, it will sometimes, it may also have a risk of of hacking it. Okay, so plus, so what we can do in this case, we can just have a proper system, right? About about the transmission. Now let's suppose, from this to this, from this to this. Sometimes we may also find out that, okay, we are having this free kind of Wi-Fi somewhere, right? So this is, so the device connects to the free device, right? So that can be prevented. Because see, the thing is, it's all about the signals, whatever we are processing. Sometimes, the thing is, you know sometimes you will notice, if you're connected to some of the Wi-Fi, right, that are free and open, right, the risk of of your system getting hacked can be more. Because see, the thing is, it's just like a one open door, from where it can come, from through the signal, right? So it just need an access to an internal system, right? So this can also be one thing. So protecting your devices, right? Connection of the device. Let's suppose, you should have a proper protection device for that. Let's suppose, you have to disable the connection with the other kind of devices, or let's suppose, the other Wi-Fi devices or something like that. That we can do. Okay, these are very simple and small hacks that we can implement. Plus, checking at every moment, right? Because see, the thing is, you may never know. So see, the thing is, whenever the data sometimes what happens is, that when a system is being hacked, right, you may not receive the kind of, the kind of signals that you want. You may not receive the kind of data, right? So the constantly monitoring should be done, right? Let's suppose the data, the active data, or the current data has been, is being transferred. Because see, the thing is how the things are working. Let's suppose if it's been hacked, right? So the data may not come, or let's suppose the pace of the data can be reduced, right? So all these things, can lead to a kind of, possible security challenge, right? Visibility is poor across the separable systems and isolated environments, right? The thing is, sometimes the environment is so isolated, that visibility, a person can't go and monitor the system from there, that, let's suppose a malware has been detected or not, or something like that. So, what we do, we are just having, a picture of it, right? Or let's suppose a kind of, a data, or let's suppose a dashboard, so just to, just to see all, where what is happening, it kind of gets a bit of difficult for us. So all these things, can, so just to, just to tackle all these security challenges, we can first of all, make a secured environment, secure network, okay, and make the devices connected to that secure network only. Number two, constant monitoring, should be done of, of whether the data is being transmitted on a daily basis, you know and all. Okay, and see, the thing is, third one, you know a possibly, you can just install a very good malware software, antivirus software, right, that can help you, to detect it. And you should have a manpower behind that as well, for the data security and other stuff. You should have probably a specialist, who could just work on that. Because see, the thing is, it's all about data in nowadays, right? So that's 3 to 4 techniques, that you can use. Okay, key takeaways. The key takeaways are, the manufacturing industry is currently undergoing a digital transformation, that we all know. So as a result of this, we have something known as CPS, that is a cyber physical system that combines the physical and digital networks to revolutionize the way companies automate, process, and share the information. Okay, now the smart factories combination of virtual and physical system makes interoperability and real-time capability possible, but it comes with the cost of an expanded attack surface that requires both IT and OT defenses, right? So we had seen all these things, right? Because we need to have, an we need to have an IT defense, we need to have so, nowadays, people are also hiring, those professionals, who are skilled into this. So, I have seen, many companies, hire or train their employees, onto this, what kind of possible IT security hacks are there, how the company data can be hacked, right? We have, basically the thing is, people are not aware about, what are the possible hacks, right? What are the possible kind of, ways in which the hackers are trying to hack it, right? So what they do, they mindlessly, do their work, basically they just click on the mail or something like that, right? The phishing part. So that can cause a hack to the system. So, awareness is not being that much. Okay, so, need to create an awareness about that into a company, that, what are the possible things. Because, sometimes it may happen that, the employee may say, sorry, I was not knowing, what was the mail all about, I just clicked it, and, it just happened. So majorly, the things are happening. Or, you may brought some pen drive from someone, right? He told you that, okay, I want the data, I want the system data, right? And onto your this thing, right? See, it can be, generally the same employee of the company as well, right? So, they can, just so in many ways, it can be hacked. So the majorly, the rules can be transparent. Let's suppose, you do not have to click on any kind of mail. Okay, Second thing, you do not have to install any kind of pen drives or something like that, from someone else's system, right? About who is not in the company or something like that. Plus, it should be a secured environment, it should be a securely IT environment, right? That let's suppose hacks can be detected, or let's suppose the malwares can be detected. All these things can be taken care of. Okay. Now, emerging industry 4.0 best practices. The best practices, all these we have which we have seen. Adopt a risk-based security mindset. You should know that this is a kind of a risk that can happen, right? Plus, keep an accurate inventory of all the OT assets in the real time. You may never know, the data can go off, right? So if let's suppose if it's hacked, then what? You should keep a real time accurate inventory of the data, right? Of all the assets, right? Then afterwards, you have to just you have to integrate both IT and OT software. Okay. And you can perform a best integrated defense strategy, right? Because OT plus IT will help us to just save all kind of possible attacks, right? Because you may never know what kind of possible attacks can happen to you, right? It can be from the signal, it can be from the mail or something like that. See, basically, what else we can do. There will be some outdated systems, as we already discussed, right? So there will be some unpatched. We have some poorly secured files, right? That can be read. You know, Plus we can So see, the thing is, fourth point will be we can identify and fix the outdated systems, right? First of all, so also you can just do for a poorly secure file. Well, see, the thing is, just you're protecting your data, right? So you have to first of all identify, and because see, the thing is not sometimes what will happen. You may not have an antivirus software in your system, right? So that can cause a lot of vulnerability to your system, and as a result, the files, the data can be hacked as well, right? Take a security first approach for deployment of new connected systems, right? Let's suppose if you're connecting a new device, right? So nowadays, if you would have seen, whenever a new system has been detected, right? It's a two-way security process, right? Not a one way. So someone is also trying to hack it, from outside. It will be a two-way cycle where the number will be reached, to your system, to your mobile number, to one of the mobile number. If someone is, if someone is trying to log in into your ID, right, from outside, right, that can be also detected. That let's suppose someone from, sometimes what will happen, if you would have logged into a new system, right? So in your Google, it gives you an indication that okay, so was it you? Can you confirm me that let's suppose someone had tried to open it from your you know from some other place, right? Let's suppose if you're based out of Ahmedabad, right? So someone from some other state, let's suppose from Maharashtra, let's suppose from UP, had just tried to I tried to login in, and the location is near you. So are you the one who tried it? If yes, then please confirm. If no, then let's just the next time. If you click on no, right? So if the next time the person will try to to log in, then straight away give it an error that let's suppose sorry, you're not able to and enter because the verification has failed. Right? Sometimes I believe you must have seen all these things happening, right, in Google as well. So
Yes, yes.
all these things can be taken up as a best practice, right? Let's just So basically we have discussed all the things. See, the thing is, it's all round and round. is just based on the safety part, right? So it's all about the 4 to 5 principles that we need to follow. Number one, how detection. Number two, you know just approach should be the thing, right? So you cannot say that in nowadays our I will not have any antivirus software in my system, and because the thing is, we no one is going to hack my system. Or it's all secured, right? You can't just have that overconfidence right nowadays, because see the thing is all being data driven. So you need to have that kind of you know as I can say, right, that you should need have that kind of a thing that a stitch in time saves nine. I believe you must have heard about this, right? So we need to have a kind of an approach that that no one can try, and even if someone is trying, you get the notification now before the data has been leaked, right? Because see the thing is, if the data leaks up, right, then who wants to work with your company? Let's suppose you are into a company, right? And let's suppose the data has been leaked. So potentially you're going to lose your customers, right? Now, capital investment is the acquisition of physical asset by the company for the use. Okay. So see, the capital investment is right from the real estate to the manufacturing plant to the machinery. All these things are considered as a capital investment, right? Now, capital investment is the expenditure of money to fund a company's long-term growth, right? So you're hiring a manpower, that is also capital investment. You are you are you're acquiring the permanent fixed assets such as real estate equipments, all these stuffs. That is also a kind of capital investment. The funds for the capital investment can come from number of sources, right? See, some companies will be taking funds, right? As in we have seen in the Shark Tank India as well, right? So Shark Tank India is something that where people were pitching their equity for the fund, right? They were diluting their thing for for the funds, right? So that can be the thing. Number two, basically all these things are coming up, right? So it's all about either the loans that one take, either the equity dilution that happens, right? So all these things are the sources of capital investment, right? Because see the thing is, at the end of the day, we need capital to acquire the permanent assets, right? And if let's suppose sometimes if the company is not able to pay the debt, or let's suppose if the company is not able to to return the investment that it has taken, right? So at it may also have to sell the permanent assets, which we have seen in many Bollywood movies that that has happened. Nilami kind of a thing, we call it up as Nilami. You know, you must have heard about this term, right?
Yes.
So the bank, what they do, they just sell the assets, and they acquire the money back. So all these things come up as the capital investment is there, right? Now let's see how it works. So the capital investment can be through an individual or a venture capital group. If you talk about a venture capital group, right? So you must have heard about the name, right? Anupam Mittal, the guy who founded the Shadi.com, right? He's a
Yes.
venture capitalist, right? So he has a firm, that he runs as a venture capitalist. As you can have, an individual person, also financial institution, and they such as financial institution can be Muthoot Finance or something like that, right? All these things are are something what they do. They give the funds as a loan, or else the equity that we have already seen, right? So that's all, and plus the excuses of the company may make a capital investment in the businesses. See the thing is, there can be three things. Either it can be a bootstrap one means the executive of the company, right? The person who is the owner, right? CEO, or um, marketing officer, all these things, all these persons, who director will, will make certain investment. That is known as bootstrap. Number two, that can be, series A round, series B round, series, all these rounds are something, that have been done with the venture capitalist. Okay. In order to, exchange the future profits, or the loans. Okay. So all these things, will, that's how the capital investment is working. Now, the disadvantages of capital investment. See, the thing is, what are the possible disadvantages? This is what, so, see, the thing is, the short term downsides can be, let's suppose, um, the capital investment that has lent, right? So it may reduce the earnings growth in the short term, right? Because see, the thing is, let's suppose you were you were, let's suppose, 100% owner of your company, right? Let's suppose now you just diluted 30%, of your this thing to, to some venture capitalist. But naturally he or she would be wanting, the returns month to month, right? So you need to give 30% profit to your. So, the thing is, as a result of that, so then, the earnings will may go down, right? Because see, the thing is, you have to give a 30% of your company to, a profit to your venture capitalist. So, that can be a short term risk, right? Second thing, in the stocks, right? Stock shares. So, normally let's suppose, if you would compare, right? So, you know those companies, right? So, those who are listed up into the stock shares, right? They are funded by the public companies, right? So they dilute the value of the company's outstanding shares, right? So the existing shareholders are generally dissatisfied when the stakes in the company are reduced, right? See, it's all about the dilution, right? So let's suppose you are diluting it, whether to the to the stock market, or let's suppose, you are diluting it to the angel investor. It's all about, your return, or your stake in the company can be reduced, right? Because see, you have to dilute them, right? So these all two, are the short term downsides. Now let's just move it up to the reliability, jobs, and skill sets. Now, skill sets that are required, for industry 4.0. First of all, active listening, right? Active listening means, you're paying a full attention to, what is being told, and you're not just mugging up. You're not just telling that, okay, okay, I'll do that, and then, you're just saying that, okay, sorry, I did not pay attention to that, right? Active listening is something, that is the most important skill nowadays, right? Because see, the thing is, you need to hear, you need to understand, and then, you need to pay attention to what has been told actively, right? And then, you have to just uh, do that work. Because see, the thing is, it's all about trust and all this stuff, right? Trust and rapport. If you're not, if you're not building a proper rapport, the best way, in which, you can just build a rapport, right? That is, if you just encounter, right? So someone who is listening to you properly, and, someone who follows each and every instructions of yours, right? You may generally build a good rapport with him, and, you may trust in that, okay, yeah, this person listens to me. And let's suppose, this person is something, that who is actively paying attention to what has been told to him or her. So next time when he comes, you will be also listening to him, with that thing, that, okay, he is listening to me, then I should also listen to him. Because see, the thing is, it's vice versa, right? So, such a way, skill active listening can help you build a good rapport. Plus, you will be having, a good trust building, right? So, let's suppose tomorrow, if there is a new project, right, is coming, and, if you're listening to the instructions properly, you will be the one, who would be, preferred. Because see, the thing is, you are in this from the day you're into the company, right? you are listening to, to the instructions which is been told, and you're executing each and everything, as it has been told to you. Generally, so that as a result, it can be benefited to you at the end, right? Now, second thing is, complex problem solving. The as we all agree that the products are getting advanced, the services are getting advanced, by because the thing is the rapidly changing environment, right? So see, the thing is, nowadays, at first, in our phones there was just, if I just take an example of the phone, right? At first, we were just having one camera, one front, one back, right? At first, at the very initial phase. Afterwards, the smartphones have changed such a way, right? And that nowadays, they're having four cameras into one phone, right? Four back camera and two front camera. So all these things are happening, right? All these things are becoming advanced, so as a result of that, the complex problem solving is also being required. So I'll just give you an example about about the field from which I am in. I'm from a data science field, right? So at first, excel sheet was, excel was something, that was being used to analyze the data. Afterwards, the trend changed. Now, now machine learning, now the other steps have been, have been taken. So the comp so, as the products have been, as the products, as the, as the services have been getting advanced, the complex problem solving skills are, are something, that can help you, right? You should be able to think out of the box, right? You cannot say that, okay, we're going to perform into that old school way only. We can't do that right nowadays, right? You need to have that complex problem solving skills, that we have. That is the second skill. Third thing, coordinating with the others. you know so basically the thing is, we are working on with an organization. We are not, just solo player who's working into the company, right? So we need to have an coordination with the others, right? That, okay, let's suppose this is the work you will be doing, this is the work I'll be doing. Let's just, because see, the thing is, you must have seen, right? Because you told that, you are a part of an industry, right? So you know if you know this thing, right? How coordination is plays an important role in, in the industries, right? Fourth one is creativity in production. Thing is, this thing, you know nowadays, no one can tell that, okay, so we are going to pick it up into the old school way only, right? No, we have to show a lot of creativity, right? We need to show a lot of, a lot of uh, a lot of skills, such as, thinking out of the box, right? Now, sometimes, into the industry, I've listened to many people, right, saying here, this is the thing, we are getting a downtime into the rainy season, right? But kya kare yaar, what we can do over here. Because see, the thing is, we know, but we do not have the solution. Because see, the thing is, they are just, thinking, one way, okay, and they are just, applying the old school way. चलो यार, जैसे मतलब, if it's the downtime, let the company, let the machine rest, and productivity का नुकसान होता है, होने दो. So sometimes companies, do that approach कि हाँ यार, चलो बारिश है तो यार खराब नहीं हो. Paper industry, I've seen that. Okay, कि चलो हमें बारिश है, so we do not want a paper trainer to get this affected by that. So let's just shut down the company. Okay, let's just you know let it be. यहाँ पे थोड़ा कम धंधा हो रहा है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. Okay, that is the thing. That is the old school way. you know Someone can also, introduce a kind of creativity into that, right? Such as, these things cannot. So creativity is, it will help you to transform, to come out of the way, right? To think of out of the box, right? Now if someone tells, okay, let's just try to find out, a way in which, we can make up, we can just, reduce the downtime during the rainy season, right? So what can be the way? So that is the solution for the creativity, right? Now, critical thinking introduction. No, you can't be, biased. कि हाँ यार, the thing it works, that is the way we are going to take. Now, you need to listen to everyone, and you need to have that rational thinking. Yeah, that okay. So let's suppose if this person is saying something, let me just hear it to him. Okay, and let's suppose let me just think. Okay, is he saying the right way? Right? Is he the one who is presenting to us a great better idea, right? So you need to be open to everything, right? You need to be open to the kind of instruction that has been done to you, right? You can't just say that okay, I'll be performing this one. You need to have that rational thinking ability, right?